Welcome to Reflection Tuesday for October 13, 2020. Today, Luke's Gospel has the Pharisees all upset with Jesus for not washing his hands. Hey, Jesus, you got to wash your hands before you eat, and in between courses, too. Half an eggshell of water each time. It's the law. The Pharisees were obsessed with the externals of faith. Rituals, religious robes, seats of honor, and bells and whistles and religious bling. They all looked good on the outside, but paid no attention to their internal moral disposition. They spent a lot of time purifying, but what they were doing didn't actually purify anything at all. They were slaves to ritual, to the paraphernalia of religion. A Pharisee could wash his hands all he wants, but if a meteor dropped on him immediately afterwards, who cares about the clean hands? To be totally absorbed in the externals and rituals of faith is, in itself, a form of emptiness. And when the law and all the added man-made customs and regulations became an end in itself, it started to have so little to do with God that the people were basically cut off from the one the law was supposed to lead them to. Today, Christians have enough laws and customs and regulations to make even the most stand-up Pharisee proud. The danger is that we can fall into the Pharisee trap, where we adhere to rules with such tenacity that we lose sight of God. And it's an insult to God, boiling God down to the level of paraphernalia and movements and dance steps. Then the movements, the dance steps, are what become important, not a relationship with God. I was with a group of deacons not long ago, and we said evening prayer together. And when we do it as a group, one person leads, and then the rest follow along. It's a great way to pray together. And at the end of the evening prayer, the deacon leading us said, "The Lord bless us, protect us from all evil, and bring us to everlasting life. Amen." Now, that sounds okay, doesn't it? Well, one of the deacons in the group took great exception. He said, "He did it wrong. He did it wrong." He kept this up for about 5 minutes. "He did it wrong. That's not the way you end it. You never end it that way." Two things. First, he was partially right, because sometimes you do end it that way. And second, who cares? By the book. If a priest or deacon is there at the ending of evening prayer, they can end it with a blessing. That's what all the fuss was about. This is what it means to be obsessed with external religious details. Never mind the value of community prayer together. Never mind the prayer itself. Never mind Jesus. Forget love and kindness and compassion and justice and generosity. He ended it wrong. It's all ruined. It's the law. Wow. Talk about prayer police, man. Get over it. The point of today's gospel is to concentrate on what's important. You could argue that every single last tiny rule in church is important. Maybe that's true. But I suggest that what's most important is your relationship with Christ. Or better yet, let's use Jesus' words. In spite of the piles and piles of rules, first, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. And second, love your neighbor as yourself. So that means we can't use the religious rules and just talk the religious talk. We have to walk the religious walk. In spite of all the rules and rituals, Jesus doesn't care how great your suit looks or how great your dress is or how much religious bling you carry around with you. It doesn't matter if you know the Bible if it's all just in your head. He cares about the condition of your soul, the condition of your heart, the condition of your relationship with Him, as reflected by your relationship with others. It's about your relationship with Jesus. So here's the homework for today. Forget all the rules for a moment. What would you say if someone asked you to explain your relationship with Christ? Tell me about your relationship with Jesus. What's the first thing that would come out of your mouth? A simple but tough question. Peace be with you. Stay safe and healthy. See you next week.